Audience, please stand for the graduates. Audience, graduates, please be seated. Graduates, families, friends, my name is Alice Letney, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the University of New Mexico Valencia campus. We are so pleased to have you here today to celebrate the success of your graduates, both of our high school equivalency graduates and our allied health graduates. On our platform this evening, we have a number of people who have been instrumental in the success of your students, and they are first our test administrator, Joshua Owen, Roberta Scott, our advisory board member, our guest speaker, Dan Chadbourne, Tina Height, our adult education center manager, Rita Gallegos-Logan, our community education manager, and Laura Musselwhite, our dean of instruction. And we are also pleased to have with us tonight Judge John Chavez. And I'm very pleased to introduce our advisory board member, Roberta Scott, and she will give us a greeting from the advisory board. Roberta.
It's too short. Graduates, I'm very happy to see you, and guests and family. I bring you greetings from the advisory board. We're all so proud of you, and we think you've done a great job, and we offer you our congratulations. Thank you.
Now, high school equivalency graduates, I want to remind you that should you attend UNM-Valencia this fall, depending upon whatever scholarship monies you get, you may be receiving free tuition at UNM-Valencia from our Bridge program. Further, the Lottery Scholarship Program will pay for a significant portion of your tuition costs if you maintain a 2.5 grade point average for a total of 7 semesters towards your bachelor's degree. So think about your next step. Now, somewhere out there is Frances Duran. Frances, wave your arms like a windmill. Frances is our registrar. If you have any questions about enrolling for the fall, that's the gal who can do it for you. So thank you so much, and we look forward to your continuing your education at UNM-Valencia. And now, Tina Height, our Adult Education Center manager.
Thank you. This evening I have the pleasure of introducing our commencement speaker, Dan Chadbourne. Dan took the high school equivalency test when he was only 16, and he passed. He began attending UNM-Valencia in 2011. From 2011 to 2013, he participated in student government, his last year as president. Dan took advantage of the TRIO support program while he was on campus and was involved in the Honor Society Phi Theta Kappa. He won the Coca-Cola Gold National Scholarship as well. From 2013 to 2014, he worked as a tutor in the Learning Center. Dan received his associate's degree from UNM-Valencia in 2014. Even as a main campus student, he continued to work as a tutor in the STEM program. And in May 2015, he graduated from UNM with his Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology and Psychology. He currently works as a financial representative for Fidelity Investments in Albuquerque. He has now been accepted to UNM Law School for the class of 2020 and will begin in August this year.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. The one really important thing that I'd like to cover first before I go into too much is there is a red Dodge Durango with your lights on. The license plate is NM67TXB. So let's get that taken care of first. But to get to what I was originally coming up to talk about is, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do this, and congratulations to all of you, both the high school equivalency and the allied health graduates. It's an excellent, excellent achievement that you've done today. Really, what I was here to talk about I don't have an allied health certificate, unfortunately, but what I do have is I do have my high school equivalency, and that's what I'm here to talk about mostly. I just want to let you know that every high school equivalency graduate had left their education for some reason or another, whether it be work, family, some other requirement they had to do of their lives, and that caused them to leave their education and become a non-traditional student. Every student also had a reason in here to come back, whether that be to prove it to yourself, to prove it to a family member, to get it done early, whatever you needed to do, that's what you're here for. And the mainstream way is out the door, obviously. You can't graduate from a regular high school. That didn't happen. But you have your high school equivalency, and that's not second best. That's going to give you the same advantages that anybody else does, and don't let there be a stigma that's associated with it at all. There really shouldn't be. Being non-traditional gives you an experience that gives you strength. Whether it is you left high school early, you're already on top of things. If you left to have a job, you already have that experience that someone else doesn't. Either way, you have a strength that makes you unique that someone else doesn't have. And I'm also here to tell my story, so why I left my education and why I came back. So originally, I left my education at 16, well actually at 15. I got my high school equivalency at 16. I did it to help my father. So he runs a business, he trains racehorses. So it's a very ebb and flow business. He's very successful sometimes, and he's very not successful other times. So I left to help him, and of course I got the grunt work, so my job was to shovel horse manure. And I did that for quite some time, and I realized that that's probably not the best way for me to support my family for the rest of my life. So I knew the first step was going back to get my high school equivalency. Once I got my equivalency, later on, I still shovel horse manure. It's just for free now. So that's not a whole lot different. But once I got my equivalency, I was capable. It opened so many doors for me to support my family in a different way. And when I got it, I actually got mine from San Juan College because we were in Farmington at the time for the horse races there. And at the time, you had to have 410 points to pass the writing test. I got 410 points. So if I would have missed one more question, I might not be here right now. I don't know if I would have had the courage to go back. So needless to say, it's not an easy test. I'm sure it's changed. I'm sure the points work differently, but I'm sure it's not any easier than it was. Once I got that high school equivalency, I had the ability to attend here at UNM-Valencia, which was great. I was happy to be here. I took my classes. I got my associate's degree from here in 2014, moved directly to UNM main campus, and was already said, I got my bachelor's degree, summa cum laude, which is highest honors, and I got that in 2015. So you might be wondering, so what's this guy up here bragging about himself and why he's so cool and all that? So I wanted to go on to state, if I did it, that means that anyone has the ability to do something like that. Because you have the support that even I was missing during my high school equivalency of UNM-Valencia. They supported you now. They'll continue to support you if you decide to continue your education. That family atmosphere, it's not going to stop here. That family support will continue. I left Valencia campus 2014. I'm still here tonight. I've gotten support from multiple people around us with my law school applications. And like was said, I will be attending law school in August of this year, which is just another example. And I'm gonna be competitive. I'm gonna show them how to do it and I have a high school equivalency. So that's what shows, and that's what I think shows that this is just a measure of success that you have that I share with you. Because it's the first step to a big achievement of your education. High school equivalency is the first step that you can take to a number of other things. You also want to keep in mind that starting this is what takes the most courage. Getting that first step taken care of, that's important. Everyone says, well, the rest will be more difficult. No, taking that first step is definitely the hardest part. I want you to know that, and I'm not taking away anything from tonight's achievement, but you don't have to stop your education here. Whether it be certificate students or high school equivalency, you can continue. Dr. Litney had mentioned all of the advantages of continuing with UNM-Valencia in the fall, and that is true. I did something very similar. I waited a little too long, so I didn't get to take advantage of that nice lottery scholarship. I had to pay for it myself, which was unfortunate. But tonight is just an example of your ability to succeed. You maintaining this high school equivalency is just another show of what you can do, of what your abilities are. So if you continue that, you can go beyond your high school equivalency or beyond your certificate if you choose to do so. I have faith that each of you will find success in any endeavor you tackle, whether that be continuing your education, moving into the workforce, or just continuing to support your family. I believe any of you can do that. And I want you to celebrate what you've done tonight, this achievement, because it is amazing. But tomorrow, I want you to think about what you're going to do next. Congratulations, and have a good night. And remember the red Dodge Durango.
Was it a Lobo red Dodge Durango?
Yeah.
A Lobo red. So before Rita and I announce the awards this evening, we want to tell you a little bit about the programs that we work with. And I'll talk a little bit first about the high school equivalency exams in our program. The mission statement in our program is illuminating pathways and elevating expectations. We know that students that come into our program either to improve their job situation or to continue their education. Once they are enrolled in our program, they explore career pathways and create career plans, illuminating pathways. And then they often find that college is within reach, even if they hadn't originally planned to go to college. So sometimes it's elevating their expectations. Many of our graduates are already enrolled in post-secondary education at UNM-Valencia, and many more are planning to enroll soon. While they were lined up, I did an informal survey, and we have one who said no. One, we got it. I'll point him out later. Anyway, what is it? And a few more maybes, but most are already either enrolled and some have even completed their first semester, or they'll need to enroll soon for the fall. So we're here to help. So passing these exams, as Dan said, it's not that easy. They must meet or exceed the skill level of 60% of high school graduates. That's where the cutoff score is set for the high school equivalency exams. And the GED and the HiSET have the same standards. And they lead to the same credential, which is, in New Mexico, a high school equivalency certificate. In New Mexico, approximately 1 out of every 5 high school credentials are awarded through this alternate route. 98% of colleges and universities that require a high school diploma accept the high school equivalency credential. New Mexico also includes them in the lottery scholarship, as Alice mentioned, that can be received for up to 7 semesters. And more than 95% of employers nationwide employ high school equivalency graduates on the same basis as high school graduates in terms of hiring, salary, and opportunity for advancement. Nationally, 1 in 20 first-year college students each year is a high school equivalency graduate. At UNM-Valencia, historically, 1 in 5 incoming freshmen has a high school equivalency credential. So you're in good company. And Zig Ziglar said, "It's not where you start, it's where you finish that counts." This is just the beginning. High school equivalency graduates can reach for the stars. F. Story Musgrave, a NASA shuttle astronaut, did. Or they can become stars, like Nicolas Cage or Angelina Jolie. They can make people laugh, like Chris Rock. Or they can report the news, like Peter Jennings. They can perform amazing feats, like Olympic gold medalist Mary Lou Retton. Or they can become legislative leaders, like former New Jersey Governor Jim Florio or former U.S. Senator Ben Nighthorse Campbell. High school equivalency graduates can also be powerful advocates, like Michael J. Fox. High school equivalent graduates are all around us. You'll find many on campus, like our commencement speaker, Dan Chadbourne. And last week, while I was shopping, I met a woman who we got to talking, and she admitted to me that she had also received her high school equivalency credential, and that both of her children had also done that. She had worked for the Forestry Service for 5 years before she got her credential, and then her children did that, went on to college. One is a top-level IT position in a prominent firm, and her daughter is now a biologist. She was very proud of both of them. So high school equivalency graduates can go on to become whatever they want to be.
Okay, before I talk about the allied health, we had a little gift for Dan Chadbourne. Okay, students enroll in our programs to either improve their potential for employment or continue their education by exploring career pathways. Allied health refers to many diverse healthcare professions that start at an entry level and open doors for students to advance to better jobs and higher salaries. At UNM-Valencia, we offer certificate programs in personal care attendant, nursing assistant, phlebotomy technician, medical assistant, and emergency medical services. We also offer Associate of Science degrees in nursing, emergency medical services, and health information technology. We are also a training center for American Heart Association. For the past 3 years, UNM-Valencia has been part of the Sun Path. It's a consortium of 11 colleges around the state that were awarded a $15 million Department of Labor grant designed to develop model training programs that prepare students to succeed in high-demand, high-wage occupations in healthcare. The consortium has been working together to develop partnerships with local employers in the field to create pathway systems that are clear and aligned with industry and enable participants to obtain employment. The strategies include high-tech simulation labs for students to learn skills in patient care, and we have those labs here. Development of an online course sharing system, credit for prior learning, electronic medical records, and iBest, an integrated basic education and skills training, which Tina will talk about.
The Adult Education Center is a partner in the iBest project, and as Rita said, it stands for Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training. What that means is that students who do not have a high school diploma or do not have the math or English skills typically required for that certificate course in the career pathway may take an iBest course, like nursing assistant, phlebotomy, or emergency medical services, where the course is team taught with the skills instructor, so the EMT instructor, the nurse, the phlebotomist, and one of our adult education instructors who specialize in basic skills. The additional instruction is provided to help students not only pass the course, but to do so with high grades. And they continue their studies here at UNM-Valencia without having to take other remedial courses. Many of the certificate graduates here tonight have participated in iBest courses.
And I want to recognize just a couple of our instructors in allied health. We have Patricia Peralta. She teaches EMT. Could you stand? And we have 2 instructors, nurses that teach for Los Lunas schools at Los Lunas and Valencia High, Kay Carnegie. And nurse Allie Rubin. As you can see, UNM-Valencia has developed programs and strategies to prepare students to enter careers that will improve their lives and enhance health care for our community. Some of the students graduating tonight with their certificates have completed their coursework in the health sciences labs here at UNM-Valencia, but many will be graduating from Los Lunas and Valencia High School on May 20th. They completed their coursework and earned these certificates by taking our college classes for dual credit at their high schools. Congratulations to all of you.
And now it's time to recognize some very special students sitting before you. The first is our scholarship recipient, Abigail Way. Abigail is a homeschool graduate who needed to pass the high school equivalency exams to attain the credentials necessary to enter college. In her essay, she stated that this was her first time in a public learning atmosphere and that it helped prepare her for college and the sudden shock she might experience otherwise. She plans to start her own business and will study visual arts, creative writing, business, and physical education. We are quite certain she's going to go far. Congratulations. The next award is given in honor of Boleslo Lovato, who served as a long-term educator in the Belen schools, mayor of Belen, and coordinator of the Valencia County Literacy Council. Mr. Lovato taught high school civics and encouraged students to be active citizens. In their communities. He lived what he taught by serving the community. After his passing in 1997, the Valencia County Literacy Council established the Boleslo J. Lovato Award for Citizenship to recognize a student who demonstrates outstanding commitment to education and to the community. In his memory, we honor Mayela Vasquez with the Boleslo Lovato Award for Citizenship. Mayela started as a student in the Valencia County Literacy Council's beginning English class and quickly worked her way up to UNM-Valencia's intermediate class. In addition to being an excellent student, Mayela has been very involved in the community with the Literacy Council's Human Rights Committee, Las Mariposas de Valencia. She created the mission statement for Las Mariposas and suggested and presented at Fiera Informativa in Meadow Lake. The Fiera included El Centro de Igualdad y Derechos, the Mexican Consulate, and Santa Fe Dreamers Project, as well as assistance from her children who helped with face painting and making butterfly wings for the children. We appreciate her contributions to the community and her spirit. The award includes a small token of appreciation, a $150 check from the Literacy Council. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Lastly, I'd like to introduce you to this year's Student of the Year, Thomas Sheets. Having been out of school for a while, Thomas had to adjust to an academic environment and seemed to be on the verge of quitting a few times, but he persevered and became an excellent student and a leader in the classroom. He willingly jumped into discussions and was able to draw other students into the discussion when instructors could not. He is friendly and direct, attributes admired by his instructors. We hope that he will continue these attributes in other classes here at UNM-Valencia as he studies welding and perhaps an associate's in mathematics.
Okay, we'll be recognizing two students for Allied Health. The first one is a high school student, Mariah Madrid. Mariah will be graduating from Los Lunas High School on May 20th. She has consistently been a high achiever and leader in the PCA and CNA classes offered at her high school for dual credit. The CNA class is demanding by itself, but this spring she also enrolled in the EMT basic course at UNM-Valencia. She attended high school 5 days per week and earned 13 college credit hours for her PCA and CNA classes. Then after school, she drove here to UNM-Valencia 3 nights per week and was here from 5:30 to 9 o'clock, and she trained to be an EMT basic. And that earned her another 10 college credit hours. She will be eligible to test for both the CNA and EMT basic certifications this summer. In her clinical rotation, she was a true leader, showed great empathy, and provided exceptional care to the residents at Belen Meadows, whose staff complimented her caregiving skills. With her dedication and desire, she has outstanding potential to excel in the healthcare field. Congratulations, Mariah. The next student we're honoring tonight is Veronica Chavez. Veronica represents what the SunPath program is all about. Students who may not have had the means nor the desire to attend college are given the opportunity to achieve both their educational and career goals. She initially came to us with a dream to reach her lifelong goal of becoming a registered nurse. This goal is not easily obtainable for anyone, but it was going to be a tough mountain for her to climb after being out of school for 17 years. While raising a family, she decided to come to UNM-Valencia to pursue her education. She first had to work on her high school equivalency. Without a high school diploma, she had to jump through extra hoops to qualify for federal financial aid. She had to take the college placement test to determine if she qualified for what's termed ability to benefit, and she qualified. She hit the ground running and enrolled in both adult education and allied health classes at the same time. Her enthusiasm and determination followed her into the classroom, and she excelled in her academic work. Through iBest, which Tina was talking about, she was provided with extra instruction to improve her basic reading, writing, and math skills while learning patient care skills in PCA and CNA. In a short 11 months, she has obtained her high school equivalency as well as certificates in personal care attendant and nursing assistant. The basic skills instruction will serve her well as she is now enrolled in college-level classes and is on her way to reach her goal to become a registered nurse. Congratulations, Veronica. Okay, I'll switch again.
But before we turn over the microphone and the podium to our Dean of Instruction, we want to take a moment to thank everyone who makes this possible. Our Adult Education Center faculty and tutors, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. I love this time of year because I get to talk with students and read comments and read about the impact that you've had on their lives, not just on their education, but how you have helped them to change their lives. I want to thank you for your caring and creative teaching and tutoring. Now the support staff. Let me see, who's here? Carol? I think they're back there supporting. Oh, Dolores, there we go. Francis. And then we have more that are still over at the center, and they'll be there for checking in caps and gowns. But they're the people who are behind the scenes, who are answering the phones, maintaining files, taking care of the budget, compiling data, and making sure that everything is done just right to keep the program running. I want to take just a couple seconds to, Richard and I have been working together since he was a teenager. I fondly refer to him and Michael as the boys. And John's going to take my picture crying. It's a very difficult separation. It's been a privilege to watch him grow as an instructor and a very special man. And we're glad he's going to come back and visit, but we will miss seeing him day to day very much. And we wish him all the best in Delaware.
And I just want to say thank you to my staff who's here. Eileen Davis, stand up. Tim Gutierrez and Catherine Miners are here tonight to help. And we also want to say thank you to our police and physical plant who are here always to make our events special.
And just a special thanks to other organizers, Carol Claus, who goes above and beyond to organize this, Jeannie Lujan, Francis Duran, who organize all the details and make sure we're all where we're supposed to be and doing what we're supposed to be doing. And the technicians, Drew and Chris, who make sure we have lighting and that the whole thing is recorded and that everything is just right for us. We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
This evening, we will be conferring upon you a certificate. This accomplishment has come as a result of long hours of work and will constitute the foundation for the rest of your educational and professional careers. You and your families should all be very proud. When I state your name, please take your certificate, then shake hands with all the members of the platform party before you leave the stage. Would Tina Height, manager of the Adult Education Center, please join me in granting certificates to the graduates. Will the candidates for the high school equivalency certificate please stand and approach the podium? Thank you. Thank you. Heriberto Calderon. Veronica Chavez. Robin Cosby. Kenya Deagle. Alyssa Dusnowski. Hannah Gonzalez. Lorna Green. Nayeli Jacob. Alexandria Johnson. Mary Jowers. One more minute. Ashley Yoya. Brianna Maestas. Andrew Maldonado. Kayla Montoya. Roque Rodriguez. Isaiah Rojas. Thomas Sheets. Lauren Silver. Tyler Tessman. Aaron Tucker II. Dolmo Varela. Abigail Way. Ashley West. Taylor Woolley. Deanna Zamora. Rita Gallegos Logan will join, the Senior Program Manager for Community Education will join me in granting certificates to the graduates. Will the candidates for certificates in Allied Health please stand and approach the podium? Carla Diaz Corona, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Jared Gonzalez, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Alexis Guardian, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Sayana Kaneshiro, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Christopher Lucero, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Mariah Madrid, Nursing Assistant, EMT Basic, Personal Care Attendant. Despa Begay, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Martin Candelaria, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Amina Garcia, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Maria Luna, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Maria Ortiz, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Angela Acosta, Nursing Assistant. Idalia Adame, Nursing Assistant. Esmeralda Apodaca, Nursing Assistant. Renee Archuleta, EMT Basic. Ania Bencomo, Phlebotomy Technician. Michael Berry, EMT Basic. Sarahi Boyso, Phlebotomy Technician. Melanie Burris, Nursing Assistant. Veronica Chavez, Nursing Assistant, Personal Care Attendant. Tanya Corral Ortiz, Nursing Assistant. Kayla Davis, Nursing Assistant. Camille Espinosa Rojas, EMT Basic. Reina Fernandez Madrid, Phlebotomy Technician. Mary Ellen Garcia, Nursing Assistant. Emily Holcomb, personal care attendant. Jacob Holcomb, personal care attendant. Teresa Lucero, nursing assistant. Alice Mara, nursing assistant, phlebotomy technician. Casey Maestas, EMT basic. Leticia Martinez, phlebotomy technician. Crystal Molina, EMT basic. Robert Morgan, EMT basic. Roxana Otero Ribayo, nursing assistant. Heather Palmer, phlebotomy technician. Casey Potts, nursing assistant. Vanessa Resendiz, nursing assistant, phlebotomy technician. Chanel Rojas, EMT basic. Tiffany Sanchez, nursing assistant. Raquel Skinner, medical assistant, phlebotomy technician. Jasmine Tena Morales, phlebotomy technician. Odalí Trio, phlebotomy technician. Taryn Trujillo, EMT basic. Ariana Valdez, medical assistant, phlebotomy technician. Jacob A. Ward, EMT basic. Jacob T. Ward Sr., EMT basic. Rise. By the power vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of New Mexico, I confer upon each of you your certificate, admitting you to all of its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Following the time-honored tradition of higher education, please take your tassel, currently on the right side of your mortarboard, and move it to the left side. Now please turn and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you UNM-Valencia's class of 2017. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated.
Congratulations again, graduates. Will the audience please remain standing as the graduates and the platform party leave the building? We invite you to proceed directly to the cafeteria for refreshments. Please wait until you get to our plaza out here to take your photos. outside the cafeteria. Thank you so much.